NICO here with your Pathwatchers report for the incoming wave that is here to stay for all populations, articulated and illuminated by the Tower and once again the Sun. We see a massive displacement in the works. Please remember to observe these energies responsibly. The return to purity, innocence, and the true natural course of the path is happening now. The energies articulated by the Sun begin to oust the artificial and distorted experiences of the everyday. This may feel unsettling if there is a particularly strong attachment to a circumstance that is not in the highest interest of all concerned. This ousting and replacing will be creating and attracting new experiences of true matches, upgraded models, and more occurrences in alignment with higher levels of the self, in conjunction with the lower self. It is not the separate dualistic experience of the old way of lower self versus higher self, ego versus soul, and turn-taking. It's all at once. That is the Tower. Let go of attachments to narratives, scripts, and white whales. Remember, the Tower only feels forceful and shocking because it is a removal and release of that which must go, but may be affixed or attached in such a way that it was in resistance to the natural progression. A gentle release brings a peaceful exchange of eventualities. Higher eventualities. Some stories, recent and not so recent, will be dismantled and concluded without any resolution that appeals to the conditioned ego, and some will be dismantled and dissolved without any resolution at all. Take care when interacting with others who may be struggling to integrate those experiences. If the lower mind begins to feel unstable due to these shifts, take a step back. Command the lower reactive levels. Stop talking. Stop thinking. Stop mystery solving. Align with the higher self. Investigate the new. Don't dissect the old. Connect. The alternative paths being presented this week are better. All beings are being brought back to their through line or connecting theme, course, and trajectory of their spiritual evolution. Depending on your generation, vibration, and level of consciousness, the experience and means by which these experiences take place may vary. This is a gratuitous grace for all. Some are arriving at outcomes through an accelerated boost opportunity. Some are arriving in timelines that were always their through line after extended periods of detours and off-roading. Some are arriving at their through line for the first time since birth in this incarnation. Enjoy it. Take care. Alright, Scorpio, now that we've talked about the incoming wave of this week, let's actually see how this is going to be affecting you. I want to remind you that these incoming waves are here to stay, and they are affecting all populations. So it's not just one sign, and it's not just for this week. But we can look and see, well, what is going on with your week and the archetypal themes that we'll present. So let's just jump right to it. So the archetypal themes of this week are the Emperor, or is the Emperor upright? And this is a week where I'm actually getting this impression that a lot of deference is going to be given to you. And when we think about deference, people handing power, handing command, deferring to your judgment and your decisions, you may be finding yourself actually rising to the place of leadership and authority in all areas all at the same time. Even if it's not necessarily something that you want to keep, that is something you have to learn how to do, and that's something this week. With the Emperor card upright, I'm feeling like the way this is translating the wave to you is that as things are getting displaced with new things, you are tasked with actually giving them a home. And not only giving them a home, but also ordering exactly what is happening when they come into your space. Now, this does not necessarily mean that we are going in the direction of a dictatorship. No, absolutely not. But with these archetypal themes coming into your space, you are basically getting an opportunity to move about your entire playing field. In fact, as these energies come and, again, erode and dissolve the old, what's coming in, what is replacing it, what is ousting it, is basically going to need some direction. It's going to need something to do, an imperative. And I feel like for you, the archetypal themes of the Emperor are teaching you how to give that imperative. So if you were thinking in your unique case that you were going to just sit back and be like, nah, sit down, whatever, maybe not necessarily the case. Because with the Emperor card upright, this is a chance for you to really customize your own social landscape, your own professional landscape, your home landscape, your love landscape, your family landscape, all of it. But also at the same time, your spiritual landscape. How do you order that creation? How do you actually command creation? It's a very important mastery tool to learn, and this is where you get to be put in the driver's seat in order to maybe learn it. So, take it easy on yourself. Don't give yourself a hard time, but enjoy it. As we get to news and arrivals, we have the Five of Swords in reverse. And it does look like, well, maybe what's coming in to replace that which doesn't belong is actually something that had to go for a little while, or something that was in time out for a minute. In fact, the Five of Swords reverse is indicating that somebody's going to be acting quite contrite, or maybe more than one person. And we have the recovery of maybe folks who have, let's just say, learned a few lessons on a long, hard road in separation from you. And I think that this is where the deference is coming in, because of the Five of Swords reverse, this could be the recovery of a lot of contacts, a lot of close connections from the past, or maybe even just the settling of a dispute when somebody's saying, okay, I'll do it your way, or you were right. In fact, with the Five of Swords in reverse, people acting this way could also maybe indicate that some of you are getting a chance to even mend some bridges, as people are agreeing to build from their side back to yours. And with the Five of Swords reversed, they want to do right by you. This is sincere. As we get into material and business concerns, well, we have the Three of Swords in reverse. And it does look like this week there is going to be a temporary respite from an ongoing concern or an ongoing challenge coming your way. But I want you to understand that this is something that is more of a stopgap that is coming in. Now, when I say an ongoing concern, it does not necessarily mean that things are going to go right back to crap if there is a situation like that going on in a professional or financial concern, but rather this is a way to buy you time. Now, this could have to do with a deadline, an assignment, or maybe even something that you wish to have more time working on or working with in order to get everything all settled, straight, and perfect. But remember, with the Three of Swords in reverse, this is something that is not a permanent solution. In a lot of cases, this is just simply staving off an inevitable problem should we allow it to persist and look the other way. The Three of Swords in reverse, however, is also giving an opportunity for you to use this time very, very wisely. I'm actually seeing that whatever money or resources or opportunities are coming in have to be immediately reinvested into something that you know is absolutely meant to displace or oust that which is no longer working here. So it's an advantageous opportunity. It is working, even though it's ill-dignified, in a positive light, so long as you don't waste this or treat it like the be-all, end-all solution. Because with the Three of Swords reversed, this is meant to be sort of a health boost or a bit of a power-up. It's meant to be something that, you use to get to the next place. But if you want to really hit home, you don't stop where you got this little power-up, okay? Just keep that in mind, because I am seeing that this is a boon, but it's not the whole thing. So just keep that in mind. As we move on to relationships and love, we have the Ten of Cups in reverse. And there is something going on where we might discover a partner or maybe somebody new is actually withholding something from us. Not anything super scandalous, but with the Ten of Cups in reverse, it does look like this is most likely a situation where they have been doing quite a bit of pretending. Now, this could be something that they are pretending that they are okay with, pretending that they are happy with, or maybe even something that they have been trying really, really hard to fall for, and they're not falling for it. This could be an arrangement that we have maybe going on in the home if we share the space. Maybe it's a circumstance that they are pretending to be happy with when it comes to an arrangement as it relates to what's going on with us and our family and our kids. Or quite possibly in somebody new, somebody who is pretending to be more at ease and more together in their life than they really are. I'm not necessarily getting my usual critical voices when I see the Ten of Cups reversed, because usually, you know me, when I see the Ten of Cups reversed, I'm like, watch out, faker, liar. It's not like that. It does, however, indicate that there is something going on here that perhaps we do need to actually address where the pretending is happening. Because I do feel like this is a situation where both of you are perfectly happy to leave whatever this is behind. You yourself may also be pretending to be happy with an arrangement that doesn't work, just as your partner is. And with the Ten of Cups reversed, it's time to stop faking, stop putting on airs, and allow for a little bit more of a free-flowing open-door policy to happen here. Because with the Ten of Cups reversed, it does look like once we actually get through this, it's a thank God you said it kind of moment. And the same thing I think will happen with somebody new. Because once those walls, those barriers, those curtains and veils come down, on your order, by the way, Emperor Scorpio, everyone will see that as a moment of not only relief, but again, a thank God you said it moment, and perhaps even a deeper way to understand this intimacy. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's called integrativemysticism.com.